What's up with it? Good afternoon. It's going to be an amazing live stream today. Today we're going to be talking about what do you need to do to get started with real estate wholesaling. A lot of people are confused of what it takes and what do they need in order to start their real estate wholesaling business. And I'm going to break that down step by step. So if I was you, I would get out a piece of paper and pen and write this down. This is another amazing coaching session that we're doing today. Because essentially, what we're doing for the next 12 months is giving you free coaching, giving you free insight, giving you free information, and giving you free knowledge to take your life, your business to the next level. Some people will appreciate it, some people won't. But the point I'm making today is I want to show and teach you guys exactly what it's going to take so that you'll know exactly what you need in order to get started. Before we get started, you know the drill. I need you guys to um, write down where you're from in the comments and where you're watching from. That'd be greatly appreciated. Actually, let me put that in the comments. Where are you watching? WATCH. Where you watching from? So, write in the comments where you're watching from, and I'm gonna break down this whole thing to you step by step, if you don't mind. It's gonna be a quick 30, 40 minute session. So, if you got 30 minutes, go ahead. If you're watching the replay after this video's over with, and it's a rerun that you're watching, continue to watch the replay. Don't skip or don't move on to the next video. The reason is our information it's non-fluff. We're going to give you a lot of information. So, what's up, Ann? Hi, everybody. Uh, what's up, Paul? Hi, Paul. How you doing today? Ann is from Canada, I believe. So we got Canada in the house. Yeah, so we built a nice little family. So as we go live every day, we get more and more people that consistently join and come in. And we try our best to continue to be consistent at this, you know. One of the biggest things we're planning, the week that I go not vacation, but the week I go to Florida to visit my dentist. Yeah, let's go to the moon. Closing day tomorrow. Yeah, brother. Yeah, that closing date. So the reason why I'm gonna take a week off because I had to go to the dinner to get my teeth professionally clean, and then I have to go meet with my other doctor in Miami. So, you know, what you can do when you have to travel for business, you can make that like a leisure time too. So for 1 week straight, we're going to be dropping live videos, and it's going to be pre-recordings of old trainings that are still effective. So for that 1 week, we may rerun back the drip double revenue, increased profits event that we did, where we had literally every speaker that's blown up today or that's still doing big things today come on to that event and speak. So we're going to pick probably 5 solid people who spoke, because it was over 40 speakers. We're going to pick 5 speakers and run a presentation live for you guys. I think that's something that would be a nice treat. People pay $1,500 to come to that event, so that'll definitely be a nice treat for you guys. So, like I said, what do you need to get started with real estate wholesaling? It's simple. There's multiple ways to do this business. There's the simple way where you have the mindset to understand that I have to invest in myself and the resources to get me to where I want to be. There's the grind way where you just roll up your sleeves and just work as your ass off until you get to where you want to be. And then there's the lazy way where you're thinking that you're going to pay for something and not do the work, and you're not going to be nowhere where you want to be. Now, all of these ways I don't see people try to do. Now, here's the easiest thing that you will need if you're starting off with a limited budget. You will need some type of understanding of what is your job as a wholesaler. So you'll need some basic training to understand exactly what is it that you do. And most of you guys don't even understand and realize what you do is you offer a service. You get paid because you offer a service, and you offer a service that the MLS simply can't provide, that a realtor simply can't help out with, attorneys simply can't help out with. And that's giving somebody a fair price for their house without any of the contingencies or the liabilities that comes along with selling a house a traditional way. Now, most people take 2-3 years to realize that's what they do. So now, since I kind of gave you a 2-3 year head start, when you approach these situations in your real estate business, then you understand the importance of you and what you bring to the table. You bring the attention to details and the value that most people overlook to the table, right? Example, most relatives can list a house as is, but the issue with that is they will have to pay a shit ton of money to sell a house, or they're not creative enough, or they need their commissions up front. See, with you as a wholesaler, anything on the table is possible in negotiations, right? Whether that may be probably offering some type of creative financing, offering a lease back, doing a master lease option, and then converting over to an assignment agreement once you fix the house up, or whatever the case may be. There's a lot of scenarios that goes along to real estate wholesaler. So one thing I want to say that you must have or you must need is you need some basic training, right? There's a million people out here selling a wholesaling course. Figure out who you like. I'm not even trying to push none of what we got because real estate education is not what we really into, even though we have it for our clients. We are into the implementation side of things. That will really get my stuff hard. That's get my rocks off with what I got going on. The fact that we can take somebody's business from scratch or take somebody's business existing and morph it and transform it into a fully functional virtual business. That's my thing. So understanding the basics of real estate, understanding the basis of prospecting, right? So you're going to need also an understanding of marketing. You have to become a master at marketing in order to make a sustainable wholesaling business. Because without the marketing and people coming to you saying, yes, I want to offer, yes, I want to sell, yes, I want to do business with you, you're not going to get many deals. You may do 3 deals a year, 1 deal a quarter. And that's basically off word of mouth or somebody seeing your little Facebook post you wrote, hey, I buy houses. But that's not sustainable, right? So marketing, that's why cold calling is very important. That's why driving for dollars is very important. That's why text message is very important. That's why direct mail is very important. So you got to figure out what is your angle. 85% of everybody I know starts off with cold calling because it's the most economical, affordable, scalable thing you can get your hands on. So pick between cold calling and text message marketing starting off. I definitely recommend cold calling. There's nothing like two humans interacting on the phone and being able to talk their problems out. So once you understand that, once you pick your marketing, then you need to understand that people just not going to sell you their damn house just because, right? They want to do business with you. They want to do business with you because that's what they want to do. They don't want to do business with you just because to you it makes sense. So you have to understand sales. You have to understand how to talk to a person and listen to their situation and develop these skills so that you can be able to persuade people to sign a contract with you. That's a skill within itself. So I definitely will understand sales. If you can't afford sales right now, find a salesperson or sales leader or sales influencer you like that's teaching a concept and adapt their concept, right? For everybody that's starting out, they can't afford a $5,000 sales program or a $1,500 sales program. I definitely say go watch some of Grant Cardone's old sales videos. Go watch. He got over 5,000 videos on YouTube. So there's no reason why you can't get sales skills right now. There's no, I need to wait on it until I get paid. I need to wait until I get my taxes. I'm waiting on this to do. I'm waiting on that to do. You always waiting. When is going to come a point in time where you're going to step up and say, you know what? I need to make this shit work. I need to go ahead and go all in. I need to go ahead and stop playing because I'm right at where I was at 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 1 year ago. So marketing is a big thing, right? So once you understand marketing and sales, that's going to be the two components of your business that's going to take your business to the next level. I guarantee you that. If you can get good at bringing in leads consistently, and then you can get even better at giving people offers consistently that make sense to them, that's when you really tap into having a real estate wholesaler business. Most of these people out here don't have a real estate wholesaler business. They just have a business that they can do a deal with once every 3 months, 3-4 deals a year, typically. So once you understand that, then that's when these little strategies going to come into place. Pulling lists, right? Driving for dollars, Facebook ads, all of these things that's going to make you a consistent entrepreneur. Then after that, right, you're going to need tools. You're going to need to have this stuff working for you. If you can't afford virtual assistants, then you're going to need to figure out a way to leverage yourself or multiply yourself. So how can I multiply myself on a budget? Well, I can do text blasts, right? I can do ringless voicemails. I can go door knocking on Saturdays to people that needs to sell within 45 days or less, which means pre-foreclosures or tax foreclosures or whatever the case may be, whatever that pain point is. Get off your ass, get off the couch, and go out here in these streets, roll your sleeves up, and knock on somebody's goddamn door. If you can't afford a VA, if you can't afford skip tracing, if you can't afford to hire a cold caller, if you can't afford to pull a list and pay for whatever that comes along in associations with pulling lists, get out here and go door knocking. Go to most cities and states have a free list of houses that's currently about to be auctioned off or that's about to be sold or going through some type of foreclosure. Sit your ass down for an hour a day, write that down, and then the next day make a plan and go out there and knock on the door. But Antoine, you don't understand. I gotta go to work. I gotta do that. Listen. If you really truly want something, you're gonna find a way to make it work. Whether or not wherever you work, you go door knocking 10 minutes from your job, and you tell your boss you need an extra 30 minutes for break. So now you got a 90-minute break, and then you'll stay an extra 30 minutes to make up the time. Are you making yourself become resourceful, right? Resourcefulness is a very essential thing in working for yourself. Or are you just a surface level thinker that's just going to say, oh, don't worry, I'm good, man, I'm good. I'll wait till next week. I'm going to wait till the summertime. I'm going to wait till the fall time. I'm going to wait till my kids go back to college. I'm going to wait till Santa Claus leave this shit. Like, what excuses are you making yourself to prolong your abilities to create a successful real estate wholesaling business, right? So, like I said, if you don't have the marketing shit down pat, if you're not in a situation to pull the big list, then you got to roll your sleeves up. What I tell you about the 3 ways people do this business, right? You can pay your money to learn information and to get things that you need and resources and hire people, or you can go guerrilla style and roll your sleeves up and do this shit yourself. The choice is yours. But making excuses are not going to get you the results. Blaming everything, and man, I got to pay my cable bill next week. I got to pay my electric bill the week after that. I got to pay my car insurance. Well, what could you cut back so that you can give your business a little breathing room? You can give your business a little money so that way your business can take care of you. Because there's nothing out here in this world, and I can guarantee that's going to take care of you the way a business that's fully thriving and functional will take care of you. No investments, no stocks, no nothing. Them stocks that you see, it takes 20 years for them stocks to 500%. But what if you can take $500 and put it into your marketing and make $40,000 in 2 days? How much of return is that? And that's compounded. That's within a 60-day period. Then you do it again. Then you do it after that. Then you do it again. Next thing you know, at the end of the year, you made $350,000 off of a $500 investment. There's no stock that can get you that. Maybe crypto. But look at what you got to go through to pull your money out of crypto. Even you can flip your money to that capacity over $500 investment. You have to have 10 different wallets, 10 different tokens. You got to go through this exchange, that exchange. You got to hope and pray that no one steals from you in that process. So the point I'm making to you guys is there's nothing like working for yourself. Now, you may have a fancy government job to pay you $250,000. You may have a corporate job to pay you $250,000. But in 2023, $250,000 is the new $100,000. $250,000 is a new $75,000. Everything's going up but your pay. Man, it causes me every time I go out with my family, not even out to eat, just to the grocery store to buy a meal for one night, $125 on average, just to get all the ingredients, just to get everything I need to make that recipe and enough to feed 4 people. On average, $125. So what I'm telling you guys is that when you want to work for yourself and you want to do this wholesaling thing and you want to do real estate, it costs. And if you're afraid to invest in yourself, get off the live. Don't watch. If you're afraid to rationalize with yourself to say, yo, I got a better chance of putting my money in this shit right here than to go to the mall every weekend and buy shoes and do this or do that, suffer for 3 months. Suffer 6 months. Fuck it. Suffer for 12 months. And I guarantee at the end of the 12 months, and you'll be further ahead in 12 months than you will be just doing what you're doing now. So that being said, you need marketing. You need to invest in everything around you in this wholesaling thing. You need to network. So you need to find other like-minded people that can hold you accountable, that you can bounce ideas off and talk to. So go on meetup.com. Go to real estate events. Get out in your community. Join on virtual lives. Go into people's Facebook groups. Listen, learn, be a student. But you can't sit here and say, I want to do 10 deals a year and don't have no work ethic. I want to do 10 deals a month and won't even invest $50 into a one-day training or $10 into a script or anything that's going to change your business. As an entrepreneur, you got to be willing to go all in with yourself. And that's what a lot of people think this business make a mistake that I don't want to invest in myself. I don't want to invest in resources. I don't want to do what I need to do to get my business going. But I want to see extreme results. I want to see extreme accomplishments. I'm going to do 30 deals a year. How can that be realistically possible when you don't even want to fucking cold call? When you don't even want to fucking spend $100 a week in text message credits to get your campaigns going? So what do you need in real estate to get started? You need a better mindset. You need to understand that it's going to take time. You need to understand that your friend in the real estate group may got his first deal in 2 weeks. Results are not typical, which means that everybody is not going to see the same exact results at the same exact time and make the same exact money or similar money, even in a 12-month period. You can be with somebody and we can start off at the same exact time. We joined the same exact real estate groups and we did everything the same exact way. We had the same exact teacher, same exact coaching, and we have 2 different results. And that can be a multiple reasons. You didn't want to pay for your list. You didn't want to hire a VA when you're supposed to. You didn't want to follow the scripts that was given to you. See, the thing is, when you become disciplined and structured and know exactly what's expected of you and follow order and guidance and then listen to the people that's helping you, that's when you can start to maximize results. But if you want to be an know-it-all and you want to think of it and do it all on your own and try to figure it out and all this shit, you're going to continue to struggle and struggle year after year. That's the one thing I can guarantee you. So at the end of the day, put that work in. Put all of that work in that you need to do and do what's necessary. If you're not willing to do what's necessary, you're not going to see no results. You're just going to be a YouTube watching motherfucker for the next 2 years till you realize, okay, I'm going to go sell the next thing. I'm going to do the next thing that's going to supposedly take me out of this financial room. So that being said, marketing is the bread and butter of what you do. Getting into the right rooms, getting into the right circles, joining the right Facebook groups, listening to people, and then looking at strategy. Staying consistent. When you start to generate leads, don't say, oh, I'll call them back in 3 days. I'll call them back when I get a chance. I'm about to go to the Bahamas. I just made $5,000. Let me go spend my money in the Bahamas. Like when you start to make your money, that's when you double down on investing in yourself. When you start to do deals consistently, that's when you start to build a pipeline of other investors that you guys can do deals with and JV with and shared buyers list and all that good stuff. Right? Now, what do you need? You're going to need marketing. Like I said, if you can't afford marketing, I can't afford marketing means I'm not willing to figure it out. That's what that basically translates to. You can't afford marketing. If you have a car, if you have a bike, if you have fucking legs in a hand, you can afford marketing. That means you got to get your ass up and go do something else to produce money to be able to afford this marketing. Uber Eats, DoorDash, fucking all these little apps you can download to make fucking $100 to $400 a day, depending on how much work you do and how smart you are. Now, let's look at what it will cost you to keep your doors open every day. You have $500 a month worth of software. I'm just throwing this out there. And then you have one VA, just one VA at $80 a week. It's supposed to snow? Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. Look at TV. You have one VA at $80 a week, right? Let me pull out my calculator. 8 times 4 is $320 a month plus $500. And then you come see me once a month and spend about $150 on leads. Plus 150 equals $970. Now, You had let's say $1,000. I'm just giving out some simplicity. You had $1,000. How many weeks? How many days are in a month if you take out weekends? 2, 4, 6, 8. So if it's 30 days, you have 22 days to play with, or 21 days. 5, 10, 15, 20. I say 20 days that you have to play with if you take out weekends, right? You divide 970 divided by 20. Hold on. Divided by 20. This is what it costs to keep your operation open every single day. This is your what we call break-even analysis. Why is nobody else teaching you guys this in real estate wholesaling? Because everybody out there wants to prove how big of a bad person they are and how they're here to save the community from all the guru bullshit and how they're going to change your life and just listen to them only and don't invest in yourself or your community and blah, 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 blah. So now that you know what your targets are, see, most people fail because they don't understand what their targets are and what their objective is to get to where they want to go. So you have to say, am I willing to have a $48.50 commitment to keep my business afloat and functional? Not even profitable. What could I do to make $48 a day? I just gave you a play. Uber Eats, DoorDash, Instacart. You can go work over there for 2 hours and make maybe $150, $175. And now guess what? You only working 2-3 days a week to keep your business open that you can have other people do the work with you, not for you, but do the work with you to generate leads so then you can spend majority of your time talking to people that's interested in selling. See, that's my framework. That's my concept. You spend your time talking to people that's already warmed up, that express interest in selling or receiving a cash offer, what we teach, and your possibility to do more deals will fucking triple or double or quadruple overnight. Because you have this structure. You have what you need to do to get started. Listen, some of you guys just, oh, you know what? I just watched 3 weekends worth of YouTube. I paid for one course, and I got one VL Fiverr. The world owes me everything I deserve. No. That don't work that way, guys. I promise you. You have to really sit down and structure and strategize your business. I see people come and go from this business because they didn't know this simple number. They didn't know what it would cost and what it would take to keep my business fully operational and functional. $48.50, running at $1,000 a month budget. Now, what if you want to take it to $2,000 a month? You want 2 VAs to work for you. You want this and you want that. Then that's when you divide that number again by 20, and it's probably going to get you around $98 a month. A day, $100 a day. But if you want all of this and you can't produce $100 a day to pay for your operation, you might have enough momentum for a month or two because your savings. One thing about business, your business will eat up and spit out your savings. I don't give a fuck how much you save. If you have a business that's going in a decline where you're not producing more revenue than the company is spending, at some point, these paths are going to meet, and then the other one is going to go up, right? So money, this is money in my hand right here, my weighing band hand, and this is expenses, right? And, at some point, they're going to cross paths, right? And then this is going to go up like this. So the point I'm making to you is that you have to figure this stuff out, guys. You have to know the answers to your business so that you won't be, oh, man, I tried wholesaling a year ago for a month and it didn't work out for me. I hear this question. I talk to hundreds of people on a monthly basis, and I hear this same quotation. And I literally master and figure out what do they mean from a psychological standpoint. And it means that I didn't know or understand how much money I need to be putting in my business before it becomes a break even. I didn't know. Some people think that, I can just go out here and do nothing and work hard. But what does your time cost you? You have to build back yourself that time. Are you a $20 hour person? Are you a $50 hour person? Are you a $500 hour person? I charge $500 an hour for my time. I will double it really soon, $1,000 an hour. Because I understand that I can have people that do things for me and replicate myself for me to the point that I can literally have a functional wholesaling business. Most people don't figure this out until they pay someone $50,000 to join their mastermind. I'm giving this to you guys today for free. And let me back up on the free thing. People who don't pay attention. So best to believe that half of you guys are not going to fucking pay me no attention. You're listening, but you're not paying me no attention. But then when the trainer come out and you're mad and, oh man, yeah, that's $3,000. Damn, bro, why you charging? Well, if you would have paid attention to my YouTube, you probably wouldn't have had to pay me. Because my time, my personal time, the time that I can be, I'm giving an hour a day. This is my charity work to the world. 1 hour a day for the next year. I'm giving you an hour a day. So whatever I got to say, that's on me. But when you want my personal time and you want, bro, let me go on the phone with you and talk to you, bro, no. We're not doing that. Catch me on YouTube. So sometimes you guys got to understand that things have a cost even if you don't want them to. Whatever business you start has a cost because your time costs. So you got to put yourself in a position where you can multiply your time and have other people come in and do the work with you and help you. You know, like he's saying with you, because I learned not to say for you, because some people literally think I don't have to do shit. And then when their business go to ruin because there's no day-to-day involvement in them, in their business, they wonder why their business is not making the money that they anticipated. So what I'm saying to you guys today is this business can be as easy or as hard as you make it. But you got to work on your mindset. You got to accept the fact that people are going to charge you for things and goods and services. And that there's no person out here that should have to say, oh, I'm just going to do this for free because that's wrong to charge people. I'm going to do this. I'm going to give you these leads because that's wrong that you should have to pay for this. Or no. Even in church, they charge you. They have to keep the lights on. So I want you to break that mindset today to understand that if I want to do my real estate wholesaling business, I have to be prepared to pay what's necessary to move forward in my business. I have to be prepared to pay my VAs consistently every week. I have to be prepared to pull and pay for skip tracing every single month. I have to be prepared to pay for prop strain and pay for my dollars and pay for this and pay. Because when the money comes, when you start making the money, the $20,000, $30,000 deals, the $10,000 deals, the $5,000 deals, the $40,000 deals, them people already got paid there and compensated for their time and their effort. Now the difference is it belongs to you in your pocket. Let me ask you, if it costs you $8,000 to get to your first deal, you learned a lot, and now you got a well-oiled machine and you can do that 2-3 times a month, make 2-3 deals a month. But it costs you $8,000 worth of mistakes, learning, paying people, trainings, testing shit out. Would you pay that $8,000 if you knew you can make $100,000 every 60 days? The $8,000 is only one time. There's other costs too that you still have to pay for your business. But I'm saying, knowing the fact that $8,000 will be burnt up and you will never recoup it, and you won't make a profit from it, but you will have the knowledge and skills to make $100,000 every 60 days, $50 a month. That's less than 2 to 3 deals a month, depending on what your assignment fees are. Your assignment fees should be closer to $20,000. Because if you understand underwriting and how to lock up deals and what stuff costs, then you'll respect and understand the fact that I need to make a certain amount minimum on every deal we lock up. And we go into details in our acquisition training. I don't have time today to think about it. Give me 1 second, guys. So that's what I want you guys to understand. Shit costs time, what deals cost, how much deals should be, what your average deal should be. Because if you're just consistently locking up deals and making $3,500 deal, $5,000 deal, but it's costing you $2,000 a month to keep your business operational, are you truly making profit? Right? Are you truly making profit? That's what you got to ask yourself. But if you know that, okay, on every deal, it may cost me $3,500 to make this deal work, but I'm making $20,000 a deal, then you know that you're making like a 6 to 8 multiple on your deals, which is very sustainable. Because even if you only do 1 deal a month, your business is still absolutely profitable because you can save 2 months of business expense for every deal you close. So, example, If it costs me $2,800 to do a deal, and I'm saving $9,000 on every deal, but I'm making $20,000 a deal, I'm still putting $11,000 in my pocket every month. Could you ask yourself this? Could you live off $11,000 a month? Is $11,000 enough to pay your taxes, pay your personal bills, and still live a comfortable life? Take the kids to, Pump It Up World on the weekends, Moon Bounce Land, whatever you call these places, and still live a good life and still have enough savings. So that's what you got to understand when you're getting started to wholesaling. You got to start with the end in mind. Don't just start, okay, what's the first steps? What's the second steps? And let me figure out how that go. You need to start off and say, what does this look like for me 8 months from now? And what does the risk is now to get to what it looks like for me 8 months from now? That's what you got to ask yourself. So the point I'm making today is that I could have easily came on here and just gave you guys some surface level, watered down, fluffy shit that basically says, go get prop stream, go get deal machine, go, cold call for 20 hours a week, and there you go. There's your wholesale business. But I wanted to go so deep to you that this is actually coaching and mentorship where you got to understand where you're going first. You got to understand the investments that if you can't afford $48.50 a day right now, then you need to figure out how could you afford that $48.50, because that problem don't go away because you can't afford it. You got to figure out how could I get to this? How could I get to the $48.50 to bring consistency in my business? That's all I'm saying. Some other people in my space that's teaching and training, don't listen to that fool. He's trying to sell you something. No, I'm not trying to say something. I'm just trying to be realistic with you because this is what the real world looks like. Go outside of real estate, investing and wholesaling. There's no one's giving out information that tells you don't invest in yourself. Don't go buy this. Don't go hire somebody to help you accelerate your results. That is crazy. Every other industry, they do the same exact thing I'm talking about. They figure out what their break-even cost is. They figure out how much work and effort they need to make every day. They figure out who could help them accelerate them results. Even if they got to go out here and go do some extra work, part-time work, create a job, do some extra side hustle, whatever it takes. Sell shoes, sell clothes, whatever it takes. You got to put that in perspective now so that way you can look at the quarter. Let me ask you a question. Everybody here watching, what have you accomplished January besides watching me every day? Did you figure out your lead generation strategy? Are you generating consistently 1 to 4 leads a day? Are you making at least 2 to 3 offers from the 1 to 4 leads a day? How many contracts you got on the contract? From this everyday consistency. And then when is your next closing date? See, that's what you got to understand to really get to consistency in your business. You got to understand what does consistency really looks like for my business. And that's what breaks my heart, that most people don't understand these basic things. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to say it's your fault. You don't know. If you never ran a business outside of this, how could you know what it's like to know what a break-even analysis is? How could you tell me what it's like to even know that it's okay to hire employees before you get your first deal? If I opened up a shop, I say, for example, I open up a barber shop. It's a service-based business. Am I going to wait till after customers come in to go get the barbers to cut hair? They say, okay, now we got the customers. Come on, let's cut hair. No. I'm going to invest in the barbers and let them know that this barber shop is going to get you enough walk-through traffic to justify your booth rent. What I'm saying to you, what I'm trying to explain to you in the most business simplest form, is that sometimes you got to invest in your business before you start to see a result. So me getting a VA before I close my first deal is me accelerating my ability to close my first deal by being able to have someone consistently stay on the phone and get me 1 to 3 hot leads a day that I can then focus only on people that's interested in selling, and I have a more probability to get in a contract and get in across escrow than me trying to do everything on my own at the beginning. That's all I'm saying to you. What's up, Mike? Hope all is well. What's up, Cuz? What's up, Raquel? Who's felt like this session today was value? If you gained something from this, drop a 100 in the chat. If you feel like this session today was value, drop a 100 in the chat. There we go. Oh, my mama from Ghana in the house. You hiding in the cracks. I ain't heard from you in a couple of days. Hope all is well. If you ever need me, text me. Don't hesitate to text me. So the point I'm making today is that yes, you can go out and get posturing. Yes, you can pull this. And yes, that's what it takes to start a wholesale business. But it's deeper than that, guys. It's a lot deeper than that. And the only reason why I'm sharing this with you guys is because she's been getting leads. I'm so proud of you, man. I know for a fact you're going to get a contract and you want to make a ton of money. I don't know when, but I know it will happen if you stay consistent and keep operating at the frequencies that you've been operating at, and don't let anything discourage you. See, what happens is when we get discouraged, that's when we doubt ourselves, and then doubt is the poison to success. Because we're like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can accomplish this. I don't know. When that doubt starts to kick in, you can hang it up. You're not going to get to where you want to be. But if you keep it upbeat and you like, I don't know what I'm got going on, but I'm going to continue to push. I'm going to have faith. Right? You know what faith is? Faith is believing in something even if you can't feel it or see it. So that's the same as entrepreneurship. You have to have faith. That's why a lot of entrepreneurs are religious, very religious. Whether it's Christianity, is Muslim, is Buddhism, is whatever the case may be, they all have one thing in common. They all are very powerful and strong in their faith. Correct me if I'm wrong. And sometimes, even if they don't have a specific religion, if they say don't believe in religion, they believe in principles that leads back to the explanation from a religious standpoint. Being a good person, don't be a thief, do what you say, stand on your word. All of that is derived from some type of faith and principles. So if a person says, I don't believe in God or I'm not a Christian, they still have a faith. Whether they acknowledge their faith or not, it's the same exact thing. It's the same exact thing. So what I'm saying to you guys today is have faith in yourself, have faith in your business, trust yourself, invest in yourself. If you can't invest in yourself, go get a job. If you can't get a job, sis, bro, cuz whoever you are that's watching, this phone right here will make you more money without a high school diploma and a college degree than anything else I can think of. So the point I'm making to you guys is that you only where you at or where you not want to be is because this bullshit excuses you keep allowing your mind to give you. If you stop giving yourself excuses and you start to focus on how can I get to the results, what does it take to get to the results, what do I need to do to get to the results, you're going to see the results in your real estate wholesaling business. That being said, I love you guys. I just wanted to give you a lesson and some type of transformation today. I didn't even know I was going to go this direction with it, but that's the beautiful thing about keep going live every day. You got a chance to help. You got a chance to encourage. You got a chance to inspire and motivate the people. So if you are serious about your real estate business, the first thing you're going to do is figure out what is my break-even analysis? How could I get someone to come in and help me out with marketing? How could I invest in sales training to the point that I'm good at persuading people to do business with me over the phone? That should be your biggest concern right now. You can't afford my training? No worries. I'm not mad at you. I'm going to give you other places you can go to get the information. Grant Cardone, go follow that maniac. He's very good. Go watch all his videos. I guarantee you'll learn stuff and you can apply this information. Before I met Grant Cardone and Grant Cardone came into my life, I was traditional. I was following the rest of the real estate guys. I was listening to them be conservative and talk this shit, and it wasn't effective and working for me in my business. But then when I started to listen to the guys that's abrasive, that's direct and straight to the point, that tells you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, that's not fluffy, I then to develop my own framework. I then to put myself in a position where I then put myself in a position where where I'm trying to explain this to you in the simplest direction. Where I put myself in a position where whatever I did and say was okay for me and it fits my personality. And then once I understood that, I started to teach that to my team in house. Once I started teaching that to my team in house, then we started to see the results. Customers came to me with the same issues. We start to show and teach our customers the same concept, and it's been absolutely amazing. So that being said, if you have any questions, drop your questions. That's a good question. What if you don't have a VA and then how can you get consistent deals? Some people don't have VAs and they make $100,000 a month. That's a good question. What does $100,000 a month look like? Are they making $50,000 a deal? Are they going to go focus on one type of marketing? Are they doing land development deals? Are they selling deals to construction companies? Like that's a very surface level, question. I'm not saying your question is surface level like that you intentionally did that, but I'm saying that you have to look deep into what's going on. You have to look you have to look really deep into how they set their operation up. Maybe they just wholesaling deals for other people. Maybe they had buyers. They have a buyers list, and then the people that's bringing them the lead flow or the deal flow, they could just leverage their buyers list. So there's a lot of surface level. Um, there's a lot of deepness in that surface level question you ask because there's a lot of moving parts. Now, to consistently do $100,000 a month with no VAs and no deal flow, I don't know. The only thing I can think of is he's networking his circle. Maybe he have a lot of relatives who bring him pocket listening deals. Maybe he has a lot of relationships with MLS buyers, all of that type of stuff. Any other questions? I mean, the VAs are as good as you train them. That's all I tell people. If you're not consistently training your VAs and teach them that framework, how to be personable instead of transactional, that's how concept we teach. You're not going to get much success from your VAs. Me being full transparent. But if you're teaching them how to be personable and how to generate leads, and you're actually getting quality leads into you, the VAs actually will work. Any other questions? Like I said, if this is your first time actually watching me, I appreciate you. But do me a favor, subscribe to my YouTube channel, head over to Instagram and follow me. If you felt like this session today was great and, and full of value, then I would recommend that you go tag me into your stories, screenshot this, tag me in your stories, and say something positive about what your experience was today with the training. I mean, Mike, if you like postcards, go deep on that. Figure out how could you get more leads from your postcards. And then if it was me, I would get maybe one VA just to test out part-time and have them call the people who didn't respond to your postcard campaigns back. Every prospect has a preferred method of communication. Maybe it's mail, maybe it's cold calling, maybe it's text message marketing. You have to test that stuff out and see what works for you. Any other questions before we wrap it up? Got 1 more minute. While we're here, let me make my daily announcements. What are my announcements today? If you're looking for leads, reach out to us. We got leads for the low for you. If you need a VA, reach out to us. We got VAs for you. If you have any real estate related questions, text me 202-335-3322. Yo, Antoine, watching you from the Netherlands and Europe. Hey, shout out to Europe, man. I can't wait to head over there. I'm going over there one day. I want to start hiring VAs and came across your website. What do you recommend for me to just starting out and not had lots of time? Had lots of time and stuff and cold calling. So let me ask you a question. What are you hiring VAs for? Are you going to be real estate wholesaling or are you hiring VAs for another niche industry? Answer that for me real quickly. I appreciate that. Listen, guys, at CEO929, tag me in your story. And if you tag me, I'll make sure my team send you something. Wholesaling. Yes, brother. If you in the Netherlands, do you have an American phone number? Could you text me or book a call with me? I want to talk to you. You speak, I'm pretty sure you speak English. You texted me in English. Yeah, we can I want to start on the VA. Okay. So what we do, let me explain to you what we do. We as a company is a training and recruitment company. We're a training company first, recruitment company second, which means that we specialize in training the VAs ourselves in-house. So when you get to a VA, they already have the understanding about real estate wholesaling. They understand how to qualify a lead. They understand objections and rebuttals to go with the objections. Everything you need. The beautiful thing about our organization is we do offer a 6 months guarantee of service, which basically means that now, if you're not happy between now and 6 months, you got to fire your VA, let your VA go, your VA stop showing up for work, whatever the case may be, we'll replace that VA free of charge, no question asked, but I'll keep, charging you. The way we make our money is we charge a one-time fee of $499 for our services per virtual assistant. And you'll be locked in at a $4 hour rate where you pay the VAs directly. So if you want, we can set up a Zoom with you. Just book your call. and just in a note say, hey, I want a Zoom call. If you're serious about it, we'll talk to you, figure out what your options are to get you your VA. We'll send you an invoice, you pay the money, and then we'll get you signed up for the services. But another thing, if you're going to be doing, where are you going to be wholesaling at? I'm curious enough. Where are you going to be wholesaling at? I'm just curious. No, I got a noise cancellation on my laptop. Thank you. That's a good question. Would you consider a seller who wants too much for their property not motivated? No. If they interested in the offer, you as the acquisition have to understand sales, get them on the call, and then talk reasonable with them. Figure out and let them justify their price. Say, I'm just curious, how you come up with that number? All of that. Yeah, brother, if you're serious about it and you ready to do business, book a call. We'll schedule a zone with you, talk to you about it, send you the invoice, make the payment, and send you to the moon. I found in my career taking the personable approach has been more successful than transactional. People trust you and open up and gather information and figuring out how can you help them. Exactly. People do business who they like, love, and trust. So if you are just straight up being transactional on the call and you're not trying to build a rapport, then so just do just show yourself that I'm not here to be transactional. Ask personal questions. Talk about the weather. Today they calling for snow. Tomorrow they calling for snow. I guess I don't know. Talk about that to your prospects. Hey man, you prepared for the snow today? You heard about the snow we getting? Man, it's Tuesday. It feel like this month that went past already. It's the 24th already. I don't know what this month went at. So you have to make yourself be personable with people before you even go in for the ask or the offer. That's the biggest thing that I want people to understand. You have to make yourself personable before you go into the ask or the offer. But yeah, so anybody who signed up for a VA until now and February 1st, we'll send you, you tell us out your market, and we'll send you a few zip codes that we will recommend that you focus on. And if you get the zip codes right, and you get your marketing right, then you're going to make more profit. So that's a courtesy. That takes us time, hours to do the research. But someone from my team, I can have do that for you. So anybody who signed up for a VA between now and the February 1st, which is roughly a week from now, um, we'll get you them zip codes. So for my guy that's in Europe, we'll show you exactly where at. It don't have to be in Richmond. There's cities and towns that's 30, 40 minutes away on the outskirts of Richmond where you can tear it up and make plenty of money. But you got to first understand where they at and what's the criteria so you can pull a list to attract the sellers um, that want to sell, and then ultimately you'll have the buyers and know what the buyers are buying in their market. Also, guys, I'm gonna be doing some YouTube videos. I got some subjects I want to talk about this week on YouTube, so look out for some more videos to drop. Not just my live stuff. And we'll get into a lot of different things. But right now, we're just going to continue to go live every day and focus on how we can help you guys get to the next level. Um, any more questions before we wrap it up? I got to get going, guys. I appreciate you. Like I said, book a call today if you're dead serious and you're trying to move forward. Book a call. We'll help you hire your virtual assistant. Other than that, see you guys tomorrow. Take this information that you learn and use it in real time. Don't just sit on information. Don't be an information junkie. Use this information in real time, and we'll try our best to continue to provide as much value for you as possible. See you guys back tomorrow. Like I said, if you're looking for leads, we're running a special on leads now into the weekend. If you need a VA, hire a VA. And if you need any help getting your business off the ground, you want an A to Z business in a box type of structure, book a call to figure out how could we help you set up a business from A to Z and do all of it for you and with you, not for you, but with you, so that you can get your business moving and grooving at the quickest time possible. Talk to you soon.